just working out how to share this to Facebook, and then I will be with you all. Okay, right, we are live. I think we are live, yeah, we're good, we're good. Okay, so I've shared that to Facebook, and hopefully I will have some comments soon, and then I will know that people can see me. Okay, right, okay, lovely. I have found you all, we are ready to go. So very warm welcome to everybody, wherever you're watching in the world. My name is Stacey Marsh. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK, and it's very exciting in the demonstrator world at the moment because we have a brand new annual catalogue that launches on the 3rd of May, and we have been busy pre-ordering lots of lovely new product from it in April, and I'm really excited to share with you what I ordered. So watch closely and see if you can see any things to add to your wish list. If you do, pop them in the comments. This catalogue is live from the 3rd of May. If you're on my mailing list, you will get one automatically. If you're not on my mailing list, you won't get one. If you don't have a demonstrator in the UK but would like a catalogue, please get in touch with me. You can get in touch with me via my website, which is staceymarsh.co.uk, and I just need your name and postal address and email address to follow up. But yes, catalogues will be going out probably late next week. I'll try and get them out as quickly as possible. It depends how much time I get over the weekend. I'm hoping for lots, but things never seem to go to plan at the moment, do they? So I'm going to flip my camera around so you can see what's on my desk. There's nothing there at the moment, but there will be shortly. Let me know if there's anything you fancy. Let me know if you've already got things on your wish list if you're a demonstrator, or things that you may have pre-ordered as well. So just bear with me, I will flip my camera and then you will be able to see what's on my desk. Okay, so at the moment there is nothing on my desk, but if I just raise this up a little bit. So the thing that people get most excited about when a new catalogue comes around is every year we get 5 new in colours. So the in colours that are going over to next year, we have these 5 that have been with us for a year now. And we're going to get 5 new friends to play with. You may have seen some sneak peeks of these already, as it was a very exciting reveal from Stampin' Up. So the sneak peeks we have already, we have a lovely, let's see if I can do this in order. We have Sweet Sorbet, which is a bit like it's a combination of Real Red and Poppy Parade. So it's kind of an in the middle colour, if you can see. We then have Parakeet Party. Parakeet Party is cross between a granny apple green, like so, and an old olive. So again, it's an in the middle colour. We had Lemon Lime Twist a good few years ago. That was more of a neon sort of green. This is sort of, I think it's going to work really, really nicely with the subtles as well. We've got Pear Pizzazz here. So those are the 4 greens that I would say are the closest, but I do think it's going to work really nicely with those subtles colours. Okay. We then have a little bit of Tahitian Tide. Love this colour. This colour isn't really like anything that we have at all. I would say the closest to it is Pacific Point, and the next closest colour would be Balmy Blue. So it's a really different colour than what we already have. It's a similar slightly to Tempting Turquoise that we had many years ago, but there's definitely nothing like it at the moment in the colour collections. We then have a lovely Orchid Oasis, And again, this colour is really different to anything that we have currently. If I show you against Pacific Point, so it's quite a purpley looking blue, but it's not quite Gorgeous Grape. So my Gorgeous Grape has faded a little bit, but it's definitely darker than Gorgeous Grape, and it's more blue than Gorgeous Grape, but it's more purple than Pacific Point. And then we have Starry Sky, which is a navy colour, or it's similar to Night of Navy. So if I show you Night of Navy is almost sort of a black looking blue, whereas Starry Sky is a sort of vibrant navy. So there's Pacific Point, there's Starry Sky, and there's Night of Navy. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to put Misty Moonlight up against it, which we say farewell to at the end of April. So it's very unlike any, it's not like any of the colours that we have currently. There's been a lot of comments to say that all the new in colours are very much on the blue side of things, which yes, I completely agree, they are very, very blue, but at the same time, they're blues unlike anything that we have currently. So those are the 5 new in colours that you can see side by side, and if we pair these with the colours that we currently have, I would say they are very, very different to what we have. I'm excited to have a play with these. They are still in their packets, and I cannot wait to pair these with some of our colour families that we already have. My mind is already busy thinking of colour combinations, and I'm really excited to have a play. For example, this, and this. Can't wait to try that. I can't wait to try this, and this. They really will work in harmony with lots of things that we already have. This at Christmas I think is just going to be wonderful. Really, really lovely. And then we obviously have Evening Evergreen, which is an amazing green for Christmas. So those are the 5 new in colours. I'll pop these to one side so you can just see the in colours. With all of our colour collections, as you know, you can also get the 2022 to 2024 in colour Stampin' Right markers. Now they're unopened, so I'm going to show you one of these, which is the Poppy Parade Stampin' Right markers. They're exactly the same pens. You have a fine writing nib one end, and on the other end you have a felt tip to colour with, or you can even colour your stamps and get multiple colours on your stamps. They are a great addition to the in colours. You then have Stampin' Blend pens. So these come in colour combination packs. So within the pack you have a light marker and a dark marker. So they're great for blending. If you love colouring, they are an absolute must-have in your new in your wish list. And then we have some ribbons. Now these ribbons are unlike anything that we currently have. They are metallic. So they are metallic versions of the new in colours. Okay, so we have Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Orchid Oasis, Starry Sky, and Sweet Sorbet. They are very, very different. If I just open one of these and show you, again, they're unlike anything that we have currently, so I think these will be really, really popular. Great for if you're using packaging, and great for adding a little bit of sparkle to your project. So you can see that ever so slightly. I think I'll be pulling this ribbon apart as well to make it that little bit more versatile, and it's really, really effective. I will be doing ribbon and paper shares, so watch this space on that. We also have some matte dots. These dots are always really popular when they arrive in a new catalogue. So we have these for the whole of the annual catalogues. We have these for 12 months. And again, these are in the 5 new in colours. So they work perfectly with all of those products. We then have the cardstock. Now at the moment I only have 12 by 12 cardstock. The individual packs of A4 card were not available when I did my pre-order. But just to show you, we have Parakeet Party. That is such a bright green. We have Tahitian Tide, a lovely turquoise. We have Sweet Sorbet, a sort of pinky red, Orchid Oasis, which is a really nice bluey purple, and then to finish off we have that really lovely Starry Sky blue as well. Okay, and then to continue with our paper selections, we have In Colour Designer Series paper. Now these are 6" by 6" papers. There are new patterns for this year, so each year Stampin' Up give us a selection of DSPs. DSP stands for Designer Series paper or double-sided paper, and the new patterns look like this. So you have a nice little floral pattern, and on the reverse of that we have a lovely stripe. So you get 4 of each pattern in this pack. Then you've got a lovely dot and a lovely plaid sort of pattern, and those are available in all of our colour collections. So you can get these in the brights, the neutrals, the subtles, the regals, and both In Colour collections. So they are the 4 new Designer Series papers. So what do we think of the new In Colours? Are they on our wish list? Are we not sure? Are we on the fence? Do we hate them? Do we love them? Pop your thoughts in the comments and let me know what you think. I definitely wasn't sure on how bright they were to start with, but having seen some of the other products in the catalogue, I actually think they will be really, really lovely to start using. Okay, so those are our In Colours. Now within the catalogue there are several suites of product that we can order. And I can't show you in this little catalogue yet, but what I can show you is the outside. And on the outside we have this lovely floral card here, and I'm pleased to say that this suite was available to pre-order, and it looks something like this. This is called the Hues of Happiness suite, and in it you have 12 by 12 Designer Series papers. You have these lovely glossy dots assortment, and then you have this bundle. It's a photopolymer stamp set. You have a huge sheet of stamps, gorgeous fonts in here and gorgeous sentiments. Happy birthday, best wishes, friend, wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. I love that sentiment. Sending many thanks for all you do. Congratulations, and you are wonderful in every way. Honestly, I don't think we could need any other sentiments. I think they're perfect. I wish I could write like that. And I love the combination of fonts within this stamp set. So these stamps here go with the front cover. And you also have this lovely selection of dies. So we have the dies that cut out the images. They cut round the images. We then have these lovely page edge dies. So this one here has been used, and that gives you sort of as if you've ripped a page out of a notebook. Absolutely love that. I think that might be one of my favourite dies in the whole catalogue. I hunted for it and then I found it and had to have it, so I was really pleased that that was in the pre-order. So that bundle is available for 10% off when you order together, or you can order it as part of this suite. Now my favourite thing about this suite, which you may have heard me say before about other suites, is the DSP. For me, the DSP is always one of the standout products when Stampin' Up release new catalogues, and this definitely doesn't disappoint. So we have 12 sheets of 12 by 12 DSP. They are double-sided. They coordinate with some of the new In Colours, I think. No, they don't. I've lied. They coordinate with Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, Melon Mambo, Mossy Meadow, Night of Navy and Pool Party. So a huge selection of colours go with this set, colours that you will already have in your collection. And I'll just talk you through these patterns. So you have really busy sheet there. On the back of that we have a really simple rainbow stripe made out of sort of crosses. We then have a floral and leaf pattern. Again, we've got rainbow stripes going down the page. We have, look at that, I'm obsessed with that piece of paper. I want that just in a frame on a wall with a really positive sentiment in it. Happy days. Great for home decor. You've got some more florals there. On the back you've got that night of navy and a really bright selection of florals. More florals but backed on night of navy backing. More rainbow stripes. This sheet here, I cannot wait to fussy cut this whole sheet of flowers. Watch this space. Those are the flowers I believe that are on the catalogue front cover. On the back of that we've got more stripes, and then you have more florals and more stripes. So I am just obsessed with these papers. They are so beautiful. The stripes, the flowers, look at those. They are just lovely. I'm just putting all the stripes, the flowers over to one side. Look at these stripes. I mean, honestly, could Stampin' Up not have just given us the most beautiful set of papers? I think they're amazing. So, cannot wait to start using those. There will be a class with those coming very soon, so watch this space. I will also be doing a paper share as well as a ribbon share, and I'll be sharing more information about that in the next few days. Basically, if you love paper, if you love ribbon, you can get your hands on selection of all of the ribbons and all of the papers in the catalogues rather than buying them in bulk. Next, I'm going to show you, this is the Sending Smiles bundle. This I think will be really popular. I've seen a lot of demonstrators pre-order it and start using it. We have here a photopolymer stamp set. The main focus on this stamp set is around this sentiment here, sending. And then we have add-on sentiments that we can use with that sending. So we've got smiles across the miles, all the good luck your way, sunshine to brighten your day, love and big hugs, birthday wishes, a note of thanks, a card to say hello, and comfort and strength. Okay, plus we've got these lovely floral arrangements as well that we can create. And then best of all with this bundle, hi Louise, thanks for joining us. We have this lovely set of dies, and you're going to love this. So the dies, we have the word sending as a detailed die, followed by an outline. That is similar to the amazing thanks dies that are in the mini catalogue at the moment, and I wish I had something to put my hands on to show you. Oh, they're here. So they work similar to this in that you have the detailed die here, and then you have the outline, so the white outline, you have that die there. There are also dies for the sentiments. You've got some nice banner dies, and then you have outline dies to go with all of these images. Absolutely beautiful set there. It will be really popular. I'm sure you may have already started to see it being used. I cannot wait to have a play this weekend and start creating something really special with that bundle. And then two other items that I went for in the catalogue. This is the Dots and Spots die, and I really like this. It's a really simple backing die. Okay, it's a very large die. You can see it's bigger than my hand, and that's going to be my go-to die for creating some backgrounds, especially with those new in colours. You can make some really quick cards with that. Really excited. I also went for one of the Host stamp sets, which looks like this. Sit, Stay, Relax. So this stamp set is available when you spend over £150. It's available at a reduced price, and it's just really cute. I think it would be lovely coloured with the blends or even the watercolour pencils. And it really spoke to my pet loving nature. Really like that stamp set. And then the last thing that I ordered was perhaps for me my standout product in the whole catalogue. I will definitely be doing a class with this, possibly even a home decor item. But for me, this really spoke to my creativity. And this is the Nature's Prints bundle. Okay, so sorry, the Nature's Prints suite. So this year in the annual catalogue, rather than having every suite the same, being DSP, stamp, die or punch, and then ribbon or embellishments. Stampin' Up have really mixed it up this year. So in that first bundle I showed you, there were embellishments, stamp set, dies and papers. In this particular bundle we have papers, dies, stamp set and an embossing folder. So lovely little way of switching things up. All of this is available separately, but you can order them collectively with as a suite as well. Okay, so I'll talk you through the stamp set first. This is the Nature's Prints stamp set. We have some really lovely greenery images there and some beautiful sentiments. Again, love this font. I love the mixture of fonts within the sentiments. And one of those products that will look lovely in very different colours. So we've got You're on My Mind, Hello There, A Heartfelt Thank You, and Best Wishes and Happy Thoughts. It's a cling stamp set, so we've got the red rubber design. I do prefer those to photopolymer, but that's just my personal preference. And then we have these dies, and I love, love, love these dies. So these dies, you have the outline images, the outline dies to go around the images. You have some few add-on dies there, a lovely banner. I've definitely not seen that shape before. And then you have a wreath. Now I absolutely love a wreath die. The detail on that die is lovely. I cannot wait to start die cutting that and creating something really, really special. And then because Stampin' Up are very clever, they have given us a Fern embossing folder. It's a 3D embossing folder, so you'll get a lot of deep embossed look on that. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a moment. I haven't used it yet, but I'm really excited to try that out. And then the papers. Obviously with this being a greenery stamp set, you would have expected greens, but no, they haven't given us greens, they've given us blues. And I'm a massive, massive fan of blues in my crafting. So I'll talk you through these papers. There are 12 sheets of 12" by 12" DSP here. Really vivid imagery. So we've got a nice blue and white colour there. On the back we have Sahara sand. So the colours this goes with, these go with Grey Granite, Night of Navy, Pacific Point and Starry Sky. So that's actually grey granite. Okay, got a really lovely piece there. Again, that would make a lovely image on the wall with just a little sentiment, or a scrapbook page would be lovely. On the back of that we have a real watercolour sort of look. We have a sort of grungy speckled look there, and on the back that is a lovely stripe. I love a stripe, always love a stripe. We've got some more I think they're dandelion type images there on that one. On the back we have it's got a little bit of a font through it, and that's grey granite. We have here a blue and white spotty sort of dotty pattern, and then on the back of that one we have a sort of fern and dandelion look. And then the last one we have another sort of fern look, and on the back we have just another nice background pattern there. Okay, so those are the products that I ordered in my pre-order. I would love to know what you think is your favourite product that you've seen so far. I'm going to have a little play with some of these to show you just how yummy they are. So I'm going to start with this Fern embossing folder. Again, this is one of my highlights in the catalogue, just this embossing folder. Huge fan of embossing. I'm going to show you two different sort of styles of embossing with this folder. I've really started to get into the versatility of embossing folders and how you can really get the most out of that in your crafting. So I'm just going to cut a piece of basic white card, and this is 10 centimetres by 14.4. So this would be lovely just layered onto a card front. So first of all, I'm going to emboss that just plainly. Now with a 3D embossing folder, you need to use one of these embossing plates. It's number 4 in the set of plates. Okay. Hi Lisa, thanks for joining us. Just going through a few little products that I've got in my pre-order. I'm going to pop my card in there and then just layer that, wheel that through. Okay, so when you look at this emboss, look at how beautiful this is. Absolutely stunning. It's one of those embossing folders that looks great not just on the embossed side but on the debossed side as well. So that's that one there. And then with this embossing folder, I am going to take my, let's go with Parakeet Party. Let's open up this lovely ink pad. I'm just going to raise my camera up a bit. Lovely. You can see a bit more of my desk now. So with this, I'm just going to open my Parakeet Party, and I'm going to have a feel of what side feels raised. So here the fern pattern feels raised to me, so I'm going to take my ink pad and I'm going to drag it down my embossing folder. Okay, I'm going to pop my piece of card on the other side and then close that up. Now when you close it, you want to keep it still. Okay, and what this will do is this will pull some of the ink onto that pattern and give you a really nice sort of patterned embossed piece of card. So there, when you open it, it looks like that. So it's picked up some of the pattern and it's taken that ink into it. Okay, so I'm actually going to use that to make a card, I think, in a moment. So we have that there. And the other thing I was going to die cut is this lovely wreath. So let's take this wreath and I'm going to die cut this out of white card. Okay. Now for my other plates. And whilst I'm there, I'm going to take the sending out of here as well. Okay, so I've got all my die cuts on my cutting machine. Lovely. So here we have just a few little die cuts. I'm just going to lift off. And how pretty is this? It's a really lovely wreath. You've got some stubborn bits here that just need a little push through. I think I've got an animal on the roof of my barn. All I can hear is little footsteps. I'm going to take this sending off. So this sending is really delicate. I would recommend you keeping an eye on the little dot above the eye so you don't lose it. And I've cut this out of white as well. I'm going to show you a little technique. Now the dot for my eye is just there and I'm going to leave it there. So in a minute when I say, what did I do with it? You can say, Stacey, it's on there. Now, I have here my little fern background, okay? I'm just going to bring in some grid paper. And I would use Parakeet Party on the back of it. Actually, I can because I was able to order Parakeet Party. struggling to open a packet of cardstock. So this is a really lovely vibrant green. I'm going to cut myself a little card base. I'm going to cut 10.5. Actually, let's do a book fold. So let's score at 10.5, turn, line it up at 14.9 and cut. Okay. Give this a nice little fold. Okay, so we've got our lovely background piece there, like so, that I can add on to my card front. I really like how that's come out actually. And then we've got our little sending. Now, what bit do we want to stand out? I think I'm going to stamp that in the green. So where's my Fern stamp set? Here's my Fern stamp set. I'm going to use this one here. So when you get a cling stamp set, you have your sheet of stickers and you have your stamps. So I'm going to pop this out of my stamp and then take off the backing of my sticker, and then here you've got a little backing on the stamp as well. And then I'm going to take my stamp to the sticker. Okay, just like so. Now I like to keep this backing in my stamp case so that I can see where all my stamps are and to make sure I've got them all. Okay, so it's just my little tip. We can pop our stamp onto a block and I'm going to bring back in that green. Okay, and this is another technique for you to add colour to your stamps, and I'm just going to keep going over that until it's all filled in. With this, rather than cutting out of card, you just get a really different look. You get a bit of texture on your die cuts, like so. Oh, there's a bit above the eye. Me and that eye, that dot, are not going to be friends, are we? Okay, I can then take my sending to it and just lay it over. Just adding little dots of wet glue. And then just lay it over so you get a nice little backing showing, like so. I've got the little dot above the eye that I must not forget. I could use my little pick tool for this. So there we have sending. We can just pop that on there. Now that looks a bit lost, so what I'm going to do is just add something extra to my card. And I'm going to take this, no, not that piece, my white piece, which is here, and just cut out a little strip. I'm going to go with a 4 centimetre strip. Trim that down to 10.5, so that's the width of the card. and that just breaks up a little bit of that background. We can pop sending in the middle. Oh no. And in here, a card to say hello. So let's take that out of there. And pop this on a little block. Now I could stamp that directly onto there, but I'm actually going to do a little bit of heat embossing to just make this green pop a little bit more. Now brights are definitely not my go-to colour. Ooh, how if I get the right embossing powder? Here we go. Let's grab a little bit of black card. Okay, so I've got a little bit of black card, and I'm going to trim this down to 1 centimetre. Because these sentiments are only narrow. Give this a little wipe with my embossing buddy. I do like photopolymer stamps for sentiments because you can really line them up well. I think that's clear I've just used. It is clear. I don't want clear, I want white. So let's just wipe that off, and I'm going to stamp it onto the back of that. Every pot's labelled as well, so I'm really glad I managed to not read that label and get it wrong. This says white. This a little set now. Lid back on this, and then now when we bring in this black, I'm just going to trim this into a little banner. That just makes that green pop that little bit more. You could put it down there. I think I'm going to put it there actually. Sending a card to say hello. So that's something really quite simple. I've done a really simple technique with that embossing on the back there to pick up that colour in our embossing folder. I will add a little layer in the centre, but you don't need to see me do that. And then I promised you 2 cards. So I'm going to do a white embossed layer. I've embossed this already. This is the Fern embossing folder for those of you that have just joined. Okay. I'm going to add that onto my card. Now I have this beautiful die cut embossed, sorry, die cut wreath. This is from the same dies, and I'm still learning the names of the dies, and I've cut that from white, and I'm going to add my colour with my blending brush just to get a really soft tone of that Parakeet Party stamp pad. Sometimes when you have bright colours and you're a little bit, what do I do with them, because they're so bright, using them with a blending brush or a sponge dauber or even watercolouring with them can just give you a softer take on it. So there we have that wreath on there, like so. Love this wreath, it's so delicate. I will be using it a lot, just to warn you. So I'm just going to put a few little dots of glue sort of in and around, because one of the great things about a wreath is that you let it sort of be free. Okay, so I'm just going to hold that. I'm going to use the back of my block to just make sure that is pushed down in place. I'm just going to move my camera back in now so you can see a bit better. And then I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to leave it actually, I'm going to do it now. I'm just going to curl it ever so slightly with my fingers to just get a little bit more depth to it. Now this is one of those wreaths, it would look great if you had two of them die cut and placed over each other, but I don't have a massive amount of time to do that today. Conscious we've been going for 45 minutes already. Okay, so we have that like so. Now in this stamp set we have a few little sentiments. We've got hello there, so I'm going to use my hello there. Where's my sticker sheet? Is inside. Evening to you, Sandra. Lovely to have you join us tonight. Hope you're all right. So I'm going to pop that on a little block. Okay, now in this, did I want that? No, I didn't. Just want a little hello there, and I am going to do this in black again. Okay. What happened to that bit of black card that I had a second ago? Tonight is one of those nights when there's a million and one things on my desk. Do you know what? We're just going to go with it here. I've got a little bit of black card. And again, I'm mixing and matching with the black. Get a little dip in the white embossing. A little bit of the edge of my stamp there. To go, yeah, it looks like it's Now I am going to fussy cut this out. It's screaming out to be fussy cut, this sentiment. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. I'm just trying to show you how you can get sort of different looks by just using the colours in different ways. So this green is so vibrant, so bright. And if, like me, you shy away from bright colours, or you like to get sort of different looks with your inks, this is just another way that you can achieve that. And all I've used is I've used a blending brush on that wreath to soften that brightness. Now I'm scared I'm going to snip off this H. I've done it. Okay, so we've just got a hello there, down there, and let's stick that on with a little dimensional as well. Never be afraid to trim your dimensionals down to make them fit. You could always use the foam sheets for this. And there we have card number 2 done. So that's just a simple die cut with an embossed background and an embossed sentiment. And then there is the other one. So we've got 2 very different looks. This one here is really bright. This is with the ink stamped straight onto the card, and then I've used the ink on the back of this sentiment there. The black, I think, just really makes that colour pop a little bit more. And here I've gone with a softer sort of look. You could make it softer by adding it to a white card base, just to bring in different sort of style. And then I've added the plain white embossed fern background there. Let me know which one you prefer. My plan over the next few days is to make a few more cards with this, with all of the products I've got. I've got a few projects in mind. I've got some classes to start prepping, and I'm really excited to get my catalogue packs out. So I'll just flip my camera back round so you guys can see me. That's my lovely pegboard in front, and I'm back. So thanks so much for following along. I hope you saw a few products that maybe sparked some interest. Maybe you've got some creative thinking going, or maybe you've written them on your wish list already. Do let me know if you have any comments about anything that I've used, any techniques I've tried, or of course if you'd like to order a catalogue. As I mentioned at the start, catalogue packs will start to go out next week. If you're not already on my mailing list and you would like to receive a catalogue, pop me a message with your contact details on, and I will get one in the post to you. I have a really special launch event happening on the 8th of May here in Kent, and more information will be coming out about that in the next week. So that's it from me tonight. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching the replay, a very happy hello to you. Don't forget to hit subscribe. You'll then get notifications of when I go live again. And that's it, guys. So happy Wednesday evening to you all. Have a great day, and thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.